Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. On the broadcast today, Mary Lau joins us. She's president and CEO of the Retail Association of Nevada, here for the whole show on all new Nevada Newsmakers.
Snorkel personnel lifts are engineered beyond the industry norm to an uncommon level of safety and durability, and with an eye towards sustainability. They're also designed to be simple to operate and maintain. Snorkel, always at the cutting edge of progress.
Like a traditional handmade basket, retail is woven into the fabric of life in Nevada. From big box to mom and pop, retail supports our communities in countless ways. Jobs for the disabled, team uniforms for kids, help for the elderly, and so much more. Retail employs over 1 in 10 workers. Retail supports Nevada, and we support retail.
RANNV.org.
Story County is leading Nevada. Home of the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center, Google, Tesla, Panasonic, and other world-leading companies. Story County provides thousands of tech, advanced manufacturing, and logistics careers for Nevadans. We're diversifying and driving Nevada's economy and generating millions in tax revenue and billions in economic activity across northern Nevada. Story County is leading Nevada's future.
As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with host Sam Shad, a no-holds-barred political forum. Now, from the Nevada Newsmakers broadcast headquarters, here is Sam Shad.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we're always pleased to welcome back to the program Mary Lau. She is the president and CEO of the Retail Association of Nevada. Always great to have you here, Mary.
Good morning, Sam. How are you?
I'm doing well. I do want to start out on a sad note to begin with, because last Saturday, as we're taping this on November 13th, Charlie Abowd, formerly of Adele's, passed away from a heart attack. And you and I just both have so many memories of time spent with Charlie. Is there one that you'd like to share?
Well, the fact that he's right now cooking for Andy Garcia, that works out great. And I loved his Burning Man bus and all this other stuff. But getting things ready, the Retail Association had so many wonderful times at Adele's and his cooking and stuff. And you could go back into the kitchen and talk to him. And he was always telling me I should convert to be a Democrat, back and forth. And I said, I'm more neutral than you are. And he goes, no. And we'd start arguing about that. But he turned around one time and he's sitting there like he did. And the next thing I know, the steam is boiling up. So we got caught in conversation versus him watching his sauce at one point. But he was amazing. I love Karen, and it's a loss. It really is. And his sister still has the Stone House, so here we go. And the cousin is out in Dayton.
Right.
Yeah, but we're going to miss Charlie, and I'm so grateful that I got his book.
Yes, indeed. Recipes and Rambles. It's a wonderful book. The first time I went to Adele's, I was taken there in the early 1990s by Guy Shipler, who was the dean of Nevada journalists at that time, and still a remarkable figure. And I'll never forget that first time of meeting Charlie and being in that restaurant. It will always be a Nevada icon to me.
Oh, absolutely. You walk in the door, see who's there, join them in the living room, quote unquote, and then go to your table later. But it was the place in Carson. and Northern Nevada, actually. And it was the ex officio headquarters of the lobbying corps and legislators.
Absolutely. All right, let's take a break. We're going to miss Charlie. We'll take a break and we'll come back and talk about all the political stuff that's going on after this timeout.
Early in the morning or throughout the night, professional truck drivers are on the job, serving you, safely moving freight that's crucial to our economy. From the oldest industries to our newest innovators, from the exotic to the everyday, trucks are everywhere, moving everything. Never afraid to embrace a future that makes Nevada and our nation stronger. Trucking moves America forward.
What do you count on? You count on your power every day. At NV Energy, we've always powered what's important to you, but we're not looking at the past. We're focused on the future. While our standards are high, our rates will remain low. And our commitment to renewables isn't just meeting standards, but leading the way. Because you can count on more than just your power. You can count on the company who brings it to you. That's our promise. You can count on it.
Save money and take transit. Did you know you can ride the bus all day for less than what it would cost you for a gallon of gas? Plan your trip now by going to rtcwashoe.com.
Carson Valley Inn, it's your place for the good times. Carson Valley Inn.
For 50 years, Nevada Heating has been keeping people comfortable in their homes. At Nevada Heating, call the Do It Right guys and get the heat back on today. Call us today and we'll fix it today. That's the Nevada Heating way. Why freeze for days on end when Nevada Heating can get your furnace fixed today? Call us today and we'll fix it today at 323-5585 or schedule us on our website at nevadaheating.com.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with Mary Lau. She's the president and CEO of the Retail Association of Nevada. News just coming across the wire as we're taping this. John Thune will be the GOP leader in the United States Senate. Your thoughts on that?
Wow, that's interesting. You know, I know there was a conservative press on for Scott,
Right.
but Thune, he had to really do some kiss and make up and have some qualities because he was previously anti-Trump. So that, of course, so was Cornyn, and I think Rick Scott too. You know, half of that Senate core was anti-Trump for a long time, and then switched and came back. The Marco Rubios, the Ted Cruzes, all of the names. But wow, John Thune made it through. Huh? That'll be interesting. He's a tough nut, and he's a Nevada or Western nut. So
Yes. But I think he will offer some balance and some great knowledge. And
I
former
agree.
governor, of
Yeah,
course.
I do. He when he came into office, he came through a very, very difficult race and just continued to prove himself all the way through. So it'll be interesting. And it won't be Mitch McConnell's circus anymore. So we'll see.
I know, and a somewhat more attractive face on television. That's all I'm going to say. Inflation.
Well, everybody was more attractive when they were younger. Hello.
Inflation is up as of this morning, 2.6%. You know, a lot of people are having a hard time with the cost of eggs and bacon. And this really was the major deciding factor in this election. Do you not think that, you know, despite the explanations about inflation coming down, which it has, but they were just too complicated and too technical for people to understand?
Well, it really hadn't come down anyway, and trying to maneuver and manipulate. I mean, you would get numbers that said this is great, we've made this much, and then a few sleight of hands later, they go, well, you know, on second thought, those numbers were a little robust, and they would change them again. And the public, like you said, it's too nuanced and it's too technical. and they don't know how to go down the numbers and see what it really is. But, it will be interesting because there are people in the Trump administration that understand and know finance, and they're not going to be able to play some of those games. I think, I hope, because it would be nice to have reality where the public says, I'm glad inflation is going away, but how come I can't buy as many groceries as I did? And to try to flip it to blame the people providing the grocers and stuff like that, to flip it to prices, stuff like that. No, not at all. And the public recognize that kind of stuff. And they're smart enough to know. They treat the public like they're stupid, and they're not. Some of them are easily fooled, but that doesn't make them stupid.
Um, the amount of money spent in this campaign and campaigns across the country is just mind-blowing.
It's pathetic. It is. I think I agree there should be some kind of cap, and I don't know how you would instill it because they'd have to vote for it themselves. But the free for all on the spending, it's very interesting as Vice President Harris's numbers come out and the C&E reports come out and stuff like that, how much she paid for endorsements. And that's going to leave a lasting impression as that is discussed more and more. People aren't going to believe that kind of stuff anymore. I think one of the bigger losers is Hollywood.
Well, you bring up an interesting point, and that's really surfaced publicly over the last few days, is the potential for celebrity endorsements to have been paid for. That is really going to be fascinating to see if, some of the major entertainers that and actors that we love and know were paid to promote. But we'll have to see that when it comes out.
Yeah, I mean, still, it's gossip at this point. There's some evidence behind it, some very large evidence behind it. But you know what? That stuff needs to just go away, roll up our sleeves, get to work, and straighten out the economy and stop this other garbage. It really, if anything, the election proved that name calling and finger pointing doesn't work.
All right, but I mean, you're never going to get this money out of politics. I mean,
That's
who's
true.
going
We have people like you that sell advertising. Just kidding.
It's how we keep the show on the air, my dear. But I mean, the amount of money that the television station and we put out a rate card, but we don't change that rate card throughout the season. The television stations are just piling on. I mean, some of the football games in Las Vegas during the selection cycle, spots that would normally sell for maybe $1,000 at most, were going for $100,000.
I can believe it.
That's insane. Let's talk about China, because being involved in the retail industry, the amount of trade that goes on between the United States and China, and back and forth. The amount of trade that goes on between Taiwan and China that nobody really seems to want to talk about, which is huge. China doesn't look at things in one election cycle. China looks at things over a 100-year cycle, do they not?
Oh, absolutely. We are such a young country with a very young and narrow view of things that we really don't get it. All of the Americas, from South, Central, and North, it's all a different prospect. But the Chinese government and the Russian governments and all of this other stuff, they are steeped in tradition and knowledge, and their whole philosophy is time will tell, time will serve, time will do. And we turn around and we're totally schizophrenic. We have 4 years of this person, 4 years of that, maybe 8. Then we have this. We never can develop a hard fought policy, and they can sit and wait.
And part of that is the amount of money in politics, which drives this insanity that we go through every 2 years. And talking of 2 years, that's really all President Trump has is 2 years to accomplish what he wants to accomplish. Because after that, he's a lame duck. Correct?
Well, it depends on how they structure things. Under the normal scenario, absolutely. But the people that are in that cabinet and stuff, they got sticking power. So it'll be interesting to watch. Is he going to groom the next person or push the next person forward, be it a JD Vance or whoever? And does he want his legacy to be our policies worked, our policies help the country, and this is what's going to continue if we elect this person? So does he flip the script instead of going into that big panic mode and turn around and just give them the bully pulpit? We'll find out.
Okay, so can you think in your lifetime involved in politics of a president that ever laid that groundwork?
No, that would be the smart thing to do, but I don't know how you sit in that chair and not have your ego have a difficulty. You never saw Joe Biden mentor Kamala Harris to the point that he could have possibly, depending on when his illness started coming forward and stuff. But giving them important roles and stuff like this and bringing them forward. But I've also never seen a president who's member of his cabinet went to college with the vice president. And I've never seen a president that's going to look at AI with the man that's created it. So this is a different ball game. I'm interested to watch. I mean, the reaction, and then as you go down the pipeline, it gets more petty again. We've got fights going over for our state Senate Republican leadership and stuff. I mean, it's like, come on, people, can we just be good stewards of the vote, pay attention to the people, and move things forward? And I
Well,
don't
that
care what party you are.
Well, that's always the hope, and sometimes our hopes are dashed. You wrote a major piece on AI for the most recent publication that the Retail Association sent out. Um, you really highlighted all the different areas that AI is going to help us and businesses on a daily basis, and not as a scary thing, but as a very practical thing. Would you share
Oh,
a couple of the
definitely.
highlights on that?
Well, AI itself it's been used for years, regardless. It isn't some new something that all of a sudden is becoming important and things, but it is going to be helpful and it will take away some of the mundane activities. But the key to cooperation with AI is education. We need people that are able to go through and fill the slots that AI will move away from that necessity and a higher level. And there's your wages going up and everything, a higher level of knowledge and information, and then how to work with them.
In my usage of AI so far, and that's been within, commercial writing, for example, what I found is that it can give me some great inspiration, but I have to do the work on the other end to take the best parts of what it sends me and then create something from that rather than just taking it wholesale and presuming that that's the best way to go.
Well, there were programs out there beyond the AI that says, okay, Gloria, write me a 500-word essay on this. And then you hand it over to that other program and says, okay, George, turn this into my voice. So, I mean, it's gotten to the point where they can take your previous articles, put it in, and this is the cadence, this is the usage of that language. And that AI article is now getting another AI trim. So, but it still comes back to you.
Right.
What you have done, what you request, what research you've done, and then you go from there. The problem with some of it now is the old school is going to be left behind totally. It's like nobody trusts Wikipedia anymore. So, or nobody that understands Wikipedia trusts it anymore because it's altered, it can be altered, it can be politically changed and to the detriment or the advantage of somebody, but it's not real. So, part of what's going to happen with AI is verifying the facts and the reality. But, I mean, there's so many nuances to it. It's like you go on X and you go to another program and you buy 100,000 followers and they're all bots.
Right.
So you rise up your stuff. Where AI is going to help the business community is in the tasks that humans can't do, won't do, and don't need to do. I mean, you really don't need to be the one pulling the ratchet and getting the done tight, but you need the one that knows how to calibrate the machine that says this is what that ratchet should go to. This is the torque, so that's just in the manufacturing sector. Retail sector, yeah, they're able to even calibrate things like, what's going to be in 2029 popular? What are the reserves that are going to be available? What is the shipping going to look like? What are the futures going to look like? Because we don't buy things yesterday to put on the market today. We buy things years from now to put on the market today.
Right. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and we're going to get back to politics after this time out.
Pro Group Management specializes in providing industries with the necessary components to satisfy and exceed workers' comp requirements. Every business has unique needs and specific regulations. Pro Group Management stays ahead of the curve, providing up-to-date services to keep your industry in top form. Discover how we simplify your tasks, improve efficiency, and reduce expense to keep you moving in a positive direction. Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you.
The Nevada Builders Alliance has been protecting the interests of the construction industry for over 50 years. Our programs save members thousands of dollars every year and allow them to provide much-needed benefits to their employees. Our industry also allows Nevada to grow. If you're thinking about a career in the construction industry, reach out. And if you haven't thought of a career in construction, what are you waiting for? We are the Nevada Builders Alliance.
Welcome to the Ahern Boutique Hotel, where luxury and warmth come together in the heart of Las Vegas.
We take pride in offering a one-of-a-kind experience for both locals and tourists.
Join us for handcrafted cocktails and an unforgettable experience.
Joel's Chop House, the perfect place to savor views of the Las Vegas Strip.
Satisfy your cravings at the Ahern Chocolate Shop.
No smoking, no resort fees, and the parking is always free. The Ahern Luxury Boutique Hotel is your home away from home.
Welcome to the Winnemucca Big R.
Hi, I'm John Walker. Welcome to Big R Lovelock.
Hi, I'm Rich Martin. Welcome to Fallon Big R.
My name is Braden. Welcome to Big R Fernley.
Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to Big R Sparks.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with Mary Lau. She's the president and CEO of the Retail Association of Nevada. Okay, so statewide, what were your biggest surprises in this election?
The Trump election.
Really?
Basically, our numbers, as you know, we have extensive databases that merge into one through AI, move into more of a just-in-time look. And watching that change was interesting, but it never changed to the point that it did. But the interesting part of it was everybody predicted Jackie Rosen would go 13 points or whatever it was. I, off the cuff said 6, but she barely made it. But there's a lot of lessons in this campaign because, like you said, money is in this campaign. Well, you're going to have to reserve some of that money. And the Republicans did better on GOTV efforts and then curing efforts and everything like that. They did it nationally through Musk. There you go again with the Pennsylvania stuff and everything. But basically, there was a lot of money spent in Nevada, and you had 35 flip in the assembly, and that was an open seat. People were saying, certain people were vulnerable. Our model didn't say they were, but our model did say it was close, one way or the other. So this is some of the messaging you should use. But the other side of the coin is they flipped one seat in the Senate, and that took away the supermajority. And it gives relief to the governor, and it also gives campaign knowledge and information to Governor Lombardo to run again. You've got people looking around in that area, and the constitutional officers are up next time. So now we want to make the governor look bad, but we can't look like an idiot for doing it because we just learned that playing that game doesn't work. And so now you're going to have grudging cooperation or bitter arguing. And that's, again, do what the public wants, do what they did to elect you, and go from there. And then stop this mongering that's gone on forever, not forever, for the last 8 to 12 years. I don't know. I've never seen it go to that point, but I think, fortunately, it's reached a crescendo.
And that's where we have to leave it. Mary Lau, always a pleasure to have you on the program and always informative. Thank you. And we'll be right back.
It happens. And when it does, there's UMC Quick Care.
Here on 7 at 7, we're bringing you the local headlines in just 7 minutes.
We've got you covered in the morning, evening, and for all breaking news in between and as it happens.
Life is busy, and we don't waste your time. Join us for local news now streaming on our YouTube page.
We wouldn't steer you wrong with the gold standard of steaks at Joel's Chop House. Indulge in dry-aged steaks, seafood, Wagyu tomahawks, and great views of the Strip.
It's a good time to eat. It's a good time to play.
It's a good time to win.
Ooh, your good times, a tamarack.
Southwest Specialties has been making the homes and businesses of Nevada beautiful for more than 20 years. Their experienced designers and craftsmen create the walkways, backyards, water features, and a variety of outdoor cooking areas that add curb appeal and value to your investment. Call today or visit them at their website and see how they can make your outdoor spaces special. Southwest Specialties, creative, distinctive, beautiful. Thanks for watching Nevada Newsmakers. We'll see you on the next broadcast.